How's it going, y'all? It's Nix's here, and today is the day that I finally deep dive into Vince Staples' Crybaby. We're not even going to waste any more time. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're along for the ride, and without any further ado, we're going to get into it. Let's bump this volume up. I love this kind of punk rock aesthetic. It's giving me very heavy, I want to say like Linkin Park. Yeah. Empires built on bloodstained ground. It sure is. Indian burial ground. This whole country is one giant Indian Native American burial ground. They don't want to tell you that. They want to erase that from the textbooks. But no, I grew up during the time where they said you gonna learn everything. The good and the bad. The Trail of Tears. Manifest Destiny. History will show you a lot of things. True history, I'll say, will show you a lot of things. London Bridge, they trying to cross you now? Oh, because you cross a bridge. And then it said, Kanye West, I hope they all fall down. London Bridge falling down. He said they're trying to cross you now, like as you would cross a bridge. But he's saying that the people at the top are trying to cross you. And I think the you in question is us, the listener. Black people specifically, they're trying to cross you. I like that wordplay. I like how it all goes into one another too. Don't crash out, Dirty Diana. So we've got crash. Don't crash out, Dirty Diana. Princess Diana, was killed in a car crash. She was a humanitarian. She did a lot for public relations. She did a lot on an ethnic scale, honestly. She didn't see color. She was kind of like Michael Jackson in that he did a lot of humanitarian work and really, really wanted to bring people together. And, you know, she was just a free spirit. She didn't let the fact that she was a princess, she didn't turn her nose up at the lower class. She actually dwelled among the common people the most. She dwelled among us. She hung out with us. She didn't like being up there with all those snobby, uptight British people. More inbred than a ham sandwich. But like, she died in a tragic car crash, and there's been a lot of conspiracy around that, wondering if it may or may not have been an accident, wondering if it was intentional or not, if somebody had another agenda and they needed to get her out of the way clean and smooth in a way where people wouldn't draw too much suspicion from it. But that's a conspiracy. Also, Dirty Diana is the song that Michael Jackson did, that where people speculated he was talking about Princess Diana, and people also speculated he was talking about Diana Ross, who he was very close with. She was like 13 years his senior too. It was something like that. It was like the Padme and Anakin Skywalker situation. And people speculated that he had a romance with her. People speculated that he had a romance with Princess Diana. That's crazy that we're drawing another Michael Jackson conclusion, considering considering that in Cotton, he put out a lot of clips of Michael Jackson dancing, specifically over the part where he says, dance for me, dance for me. I thought that was pretty interesting. We are playing 6 Degrees of Michael Jackson now. I wonder how many more times he's gonna pop up. I got the hammer. I know it's polarizing. I got the hammer. I know it's polarizing. Wonder if he's talking about like, either a hammer, like a sledgehammer, like you would use to destroy things, because that would play into the polarizing part. Because when something is polarizing, it is completely changing the game. It is turning a situation on its head. Or I'm wondering if he's thinking of like a judge's gavel, where it looks like a hammer, the hammer of justice, and a lot of times when they got the hammer, they've made some pretty polarizing decisions. Brown versus Board of Education, the Supreme Court case that ultimately ended segregation in schools. Interesting. She used to tell me about a Blackberry, Marmalade. And he said he misses Nana. She used to tell me, okay, and this is going into Blackberry Marmalade. Honesty is the best policy. Okay. I can't remember. I think a marmalade is like a thick gel. It's not a jelly. It's a jam. It's like a jam consistency, but it's a lot thicker. And I think it might be fermented too, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know that marmalade, jam, and jelly are all in the same group, but they're ultimately different on how they're made. All of my old-fashioned people who have had marmalade before, please fill me in, because I don't want to just sit here and act like I know what the fuck the difference between marmalade, jam, and jelly is. I'm just giving what I believe. None of what I'm saying is being stated as though it were a fact. But we're going to continue. My blackberry marmalade and sweet tea beats the summer. Promise me you won't gun me down. Ooh, and I love that the effect with the guitar makes it sound almost like gunfire or like missiles being fired, or it's literally because it's in quick succession, it's at that high frequency. It's a lot of attack on the note, but like that repeated, that it really simulates the effect of gunfire right after he said, promise me you won't gun me down. Oh, because yeah, holy shit, because I already talked about it in Cotton, but I'm definitely going to go into it again. Cracker Jack. Okay, so I had the lyrics here. Blackberry marmalade and sweet tea beats the summer blaze. Okay, now that I have that word, that shifts things into perspective for me. Blackberry marmalade and sweet tea beats the summer blaze. Summer blaze, like the summer heat. I'm thinking Deep South, where you've got your marmalade, your sweet tea, you gotta let it sit out in the sun for a little bit, beats the summer blaze. I'm thinking that summer heat that's in the South, where that you're closer to the equator, which means you're closer to the point where the sun is hitting the earth the most. So the heat is a lot more intense down there. But I'm also thinking summer blaze, with the not the LA riots, but the Montgomery fires. That's what I'm thinking about. The bombings, the church bombings that they did, the burning crosses. That when I think of blaze, that's what comes to mind. Fire. And fire down in the South, fire and the South do not have a good relationship. They don't. Y'all may as well just abandon fire altogether for a while, because whenever people hear fire and the Deep South, that, whatever just came to your mind, yes. Anti-establishment, crackers on that shadiness. And now he's talking his shit. Anti-establishment. Oh, that's why the album is punk. Because the whole punk movement was anti-establishment. Oh my God. The whole punk movement, y'all. The punk alternative gothic movement at its core was about anti-establishment. It was about sticking it to the man. It was about rebelling. It was anarchy. It was fuck the police. It was fuck the pigs. You had your bands like Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, and Metallica coming out with anti-establishment songs. Everybody was coming out with songs protesting war, protesting police brutality, protesting the elite sitting at the top, manipulating the masses. The song that comes to mind is Black Sabbath, War Pigs. Yes, that song. Perfect summary of what the entire punk movement was about. All of these songs, all of these bands were always anti-establishment. It wasn't anti-black. It wasn't anti-Asian. It wasn't anti-anybody. It wasn't anti-white. It was anti-establishment. Because that was when you had your highest peak of racial integration, was during that anti-establishment era. during the rebellious era, because the norm was your nuclear family, your 40s, your 50s style, very uplaced, very proper, very uptight, segregated. And that was going against the system because they knew that the system was bullshit. If they knew that the system was bullshit back then, what are we not seeing today that our grandparents, that our parents and our grandparents were seeing back then? What are we not seeing? Black people, where did our spine go? That's why I'm goth. It's because I have always stood against oppression in any sort of fashion, whether it be bullies, whether it be abuse, whether it be people thinking they can make snide remarks, or people disrespecting me, people insulting my intelligence, people looking at me and thinking that all I'm good for is this, this, and this. That's why I went against the grain, because that's what you do. You rebel. When you know a system is bullshit and you want to do something about it, you rebel. That's what the 70s and the 80s was all about. That's when you had a lot more gay people coming out and being proud. It was anti-establishment. It was rebelling. It was going against the system that was previously oppressing them. I love that. I love that he's saying that. And the crackers on that shadiness, we all know who the crackers are. They're all in that little barrel. Don't let them trouble you. Crackers watch me work and break my back and shit, they maniacs. Sure do. All the blue collar workers, I've been there, man, working in them fucking warehouses. Anybody that works for Amazon, y'all know. Cracker Jack, the sound of soul, you'll box me in and sell my shit. Like, oh. Now he's talking about black people specifically. Cracker Jack, the sound of soul. The play on the Cracker Jack box, the fucking popcorn with the little bullshit prize inside. Also, he's literally using jack as a verb. To jack something means to steal it. You jack my style. Like you stealing my shit. The Black Eyed Peas. I got that boom boom pow. These bitches jacking my style. These bitches jacking my swagger. That's what literally that means. It means you're stealing their style. Cracker Jack, the sound of soul. You'll box me in and sell my shit. You'll put me in a box and sell my shit. Ugh. You jack the sound of soul, and much like how the prize is in the Cracker Jack box, you're gonna put my pain in a box and sell it. Why does that make me because the song is called Blackberry Marmalade. All right, follow my thought process here. Follow me here. Blackberry Marmalade. Blackberries. Blackberries are very sweet. You know the saying. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. This is both pro-black, and it's showing the rest. This is about as pro-black of an album as you could get. This is like Black Panther, the Black Panther Party. I feel like I'm at a Black Panther rally because the punk music that's playing under this beat, Blackberry Marmalade, beats the summer blaze, anti-establishment, Cracker Jack, the sound of soul, you'll box me in and sell my shit. This is Black Panther the album, not the fucking Disney one, the real shit. Where they took that shit from. The Black Panther Party. Oh my god. It could just be because I'm high a little bit, but this is actually like blowing my mind. We're gonna continue though. I know it before you, but don't let it get to you. Just know that they miserable. And know that behind every smile, they think about killing you. You better fucking say it. You better fucking say it. Say it. Say it louder for the people in the back that want to play stupid. God damn. America will front on you. I know it befuddle you, but don't let it get to you. This is pro-black. Just know that they're miserable, which supports my theory that white superiority does not exist. It is white inferiority. They are all suffering from a subconscious inferiority complex that is so intense that they have to project that deep-rooted, festering level of self-loathing on people that they want to believe is lesser. People only build hierarchies when they want to feel better than somebody. Think about that shit. People only put themselves above somebody if they feel like if they want to hype themselves up. And typically, when you have to keep telling yourself that you're superior to everybody else, it means you're struggling with a deep-rooted insecurity problem. Your own psychology has taught us that. White people, when you go around saying black people are inferior, the only person that you are trying to convince is yourself. That is the only person that you're trying to convince. You know why? Typically, if somebody has to keep trying to convince themselves of something, 9 times out of 10, it's not the truth. If you have to keep trying to convince yourself that you're all big and bad, chances are you are just a small, weak, pathetic little crybaby, and you want to hype and big yourself up so that you don't feel like a pathetic, whiny little crybaby anymore. That's crazy that I said crybaby considering the title of the album. Holy shit. Vince, I'm gonna need you to stop it, buddy. We're gonna continue. I love how they're spelling it out, and Vince on the ad-lib is saying, say it. It's okay, just say it. And then they keep spelling it. They won't say it. Okay, go ahead. Bougie nigga, Louis nigga, Prada nigga. Oh, I love that he's making a play. He's literally using the word, but he's pairing it with all of these other adjectives. That we have used to describe us. The way it's, and I love how he's blending how we use it and how everybody else uses it. Because when we use it, it's very casual. It's like another word. It's like a swear word to us. It's no longer a slur. It's more of like just your average curse word, like shit, damn, bitch. In this situation, because it's a noun, it would be like calling somebody a bitch or a motherfuck. It's one of my favorite insults now, just to throw at people. But yes, they're using it in the context that we use it, but they're also slipping in the context of the other side, and you can tell. You can always tell. That's why I tell my white friends, I'm like, there is a staunch difference between the way we say nigga and the way y'all say it. Because when y'all say it, y'all are saying it as though it is still a taboo thing to say. You know, looking through the dirty magazines or, you know, looking through a peephole in the shower room. Y'all think it's indecent still. And so you're going to approach it that way. Us, we've gotten used to it already. To us, it's just it's just your average curse word. So when we say nigga, it's like, it flows off the tongue better because we're not putting that much thought into it. However, y'all are, because the way that y'all interpret that word, it is still an insult. It is still a slur because y'all have used it to attack us for generations. It is deeply encoded within your DNA to be repulsed by that word because you have used it for so long as a weapon that the very hearing of it makes you cringe. The way you guys view the word nigga is how we as black people view the hard R. I love that little dichotomy there because the way y'all come at the word is the same way we come at it. We won't say it. No, we won't say it. Even if in a situation where we feel like we have to, we won't say it. That's the difference between black people and white people. Black people won't use the hard ER, even in a situation where they feel like it would be the biggest insult. Y'all will use it at the drop of a hat. You aren't afraid to reach deep down and conjure that demon because that demon has lived within y'all this entire time. Because they thirst for dominance so badly that they would use what they would consider to be the most vile word in the English language with the same casualness that us as black people say the word nigga. Think about that. White people can casually drop the ER the way black people casually say nigga. And yes, they are two different words. And yes, black people, even distinguished black people of our time, call each other nigga. Martin Luther King has called somebody a nigga. But it's always like in the context of like, bitch, please. Like, nigga, please. What the hell? The hell's wrong with you? It's casual vernacular. What was once used to demean and dehumanize us is now something that we carry around with us on a daily basis. It's like a man who was tortured for years and years and years in one specific little spot. But the scar that it left is so horrific that when everybody on the outside, when they see it, it makes them sick to their stomach. Everybody reacts intensely. They react with intense displeasure. Everybody except the person that endured it. Because to them, it's just another scar. I've been through worse. I'm not going to get rid of it, because why would I do that? I want people to see what they did to me. Why would I hide this? If you see this scar and you get sick to your stomach, good. That's what you're supposed to do.
Hardest nigga, honest nigga, smartest nigga, say it how I meant it, then I call it like a shower. Skyler nigga, propping nigga, killing nigga, rapping nigga, conscious nigga, pompous nigga, South and Orizaba nigga, California.
South and Orizaba nigga.
Elevated nigga, ain't you glad I made it nigga, go ahead say it. Thuggish nigga, ruggish nigga, covered it, beloved nigga, kiss a nigga, hug a nigga, if you find it fucking nigga, master never love a nigga, always trying to cuff a nigga, Obama Kamala nigga, who the fuck you calling nigga?
And I love how he's slipping in because that feeds into the whole thing with Obama being black and the whole thing with Kamala being black. They tried to use that one drop rule where if you have a drop of black blood in you, that means you're black. While yes, that is the system that we use, but it was also the system that white people used to try and suppress black people even further. That's why you had so many white passing black people back then. They had to literally hide their own identity, because if it was found out that they carried even a drop of black blood in them, to the white people, the whole person is tainted. Yes, I use the word tainted because that's what they use. That's how they thought. The whole person was tainted. Their blood tainted if they heard that they had even a drop of black blood. That's just the white mentality. And it's not me just saying this shit. I read this shit in history books, y'all. Testimonies given by our ancestors and y'all ancestors. Oh, I love the massa never lover. Oof. I see what I said before, how he's like mixing in the casual use of it and the hateful use of it. But because it's been together in the same pool for so long that there is no clear line anymore. It's meshed together. At this point, it is all about context when it comes to the word nigga. It is all about context and how you use it. As with any other word, bouncing into another thought, he's literally saying that nigga is it's not the word, it's the power that you put into that word. Like with all words, the power doesn't come within just the word, it comes in how you execute with that word. Any word can be used as a weapon if used properly. We use it casually, but the white people used it as a weapon. At its core, it is still the hard ER is still a negative, disgusting word. That's why we took that last syllable off. We took that R off and we replaced it. We adapted with it. We had to, because it was so deeply ingrained in our history. It's conditioning. And that's why I don't have a problem with nigga. I don't. Because it's not the same word anymore. It's a completely different word used in an entirely different context. Like how gay people took back the word queer. Queer used to be a slur thrown at gay people, and especially in Britain. Fairy, poof, batiman. Those were all words used to ostracize and dehumanize gay people. And they took all of those words back, actually. Homo, they took that word back. Hell, they're even taking back the F slur, the one that I'm not gonna say, the cigarettes, the the bundle of sticks. No, I think it is a cigarette, actually, in Britain, in the UK. It is, that is another word for a cigarette. I'm not gonna say it because I'm not losing my channel. Fuck you, YouTube. They took their words back. Why can't we take ours?
Blackberry, marmalade, and sweet tea. Beats the summer babe, they say. Honesty is the best policy. Okay. Blackberry, marmalade, and sweet tea. Beats the summer babe, they say. Honesty.
I didn't think I would spend 40 minutes on one song. Holy shit, this album's gonna take a long time. You know what? Overanalyzed. It's an overanalyzed episode, y'all. We may as well we're calling it now. This is just an episode of Overanalyzed. I'm just gonna have to go through these one by one because there's so much to talk about. G-A. G-A. Holy shit. That was only the first song, y'all. 40 minutes on one song. 40 goddamn minutes. Yeah, no, this has to be an overanalyzed series. I'm gonna be recording one by one and putting this out, and it's gonna be its own dedicated playlist. Just like I did for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, because this album needs to be talked about. And there's no time limit. There's no time limit on this album. Hell no. Why would there be a time limit? Was there a time limit on our suffering? Hell nah. So you know what? I'm gonna take my time with this one. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna slowly undress it. I'm gonna caress it. I'm gonna make sweet fucking love to this album, and I'm gonna break it down to its fucking core fundamentals, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna put it out on YouTube for you guys. I could put the full version on Patreon, but I'm not gonna do that because everybody needs to hear this. Y'all need to dive into the majesty that is Crybaby. Take my hand. We're going on a journey. But, I'm just gonna leave the screen up. Fuck it. But that was Blackberry Marmalade by Vince Staples. I'm going to be reacting to the next song called Go Go Gorilla. Y'all better stay with me on this one because it's going to be a fucking ride. As always, I have been Nixus, and I will catch y'all in the next video. See ya. I want to give a special shout out to my members Tasha Shea, Prozac War, One Wildflower 93, and Sweet Cookies. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, and I promise I will make it worth your while. If you guys want to see your names up here, go ahead and subscribe and become a member. I will put your name at the end of every video, and I will give you guys a special shout out. Take care.